Hey guys, have any of you guys seen the movie Star Trek? I know I did, and I love that movie. If you guys like that movie, you're gonna like what we're building this week. Because this week, we're building the Star Trek Starship Enterprise. And it looks like this. Like any other video, you're gonna start by printing out this template, which is gonna be under the Comic-Con Museum at Home website. As you can see on the very front page, you have all these different views of the model that you're gonna build. So as you're building, you can just reference this. So yeah, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is print out this template. So now that you guys have printed out this template right here, you're just gonna cut everything out. So all of the black lines that you see, you're just gonna cut all of those out. Now that you guys have cut out all of the template pieces, we're gonna start taping it to our cardboard. So I'm gonna grab a piece of tape, and then I'm gonna grab any one of the template pieces. For example, I'm gonna grab circle 9 here, and then I'm just gonna tape it to my cardboard. When you guys are taping some pieces down, like I just taped circle 9, I'm about to tape circle 8. You wanna leave a little bit of room in between the templates, because if it's too close together, you actually might cut into the template, and we don't wanna do that. So I'm just gonna leave about maybe like a centimeter of space in between. So as you can see, there's a little bit of space in between those two. And then you're just gonna do that for all the rest of the pieces. This is what it should look like after you've taped on all of your template pieces. And now we're gonna cut them out. So when you guys cut out each of the template pieces, make sure to keep this white piece on the cardboard, because if you take it off, then you won't know which piece is which. Now comes the fun part. Since we've cut out everything, we're gonna actually start creating the Starship Enterprise. And the first thing we're gonna start building is this main piece right here. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grab circle number 1. And the way I labeled these circles, since this main piece right here is a bunch of circles that are stacked on top of each other, I labeled the bottom 1, the next one up 2, 3, and so on forth. So you're just gonna stack circle number 1 on 2, 2 on 3, 3 on 4, and then you're just gonna do that until you finish creating this main piece. And in the end, this main piece should look like this. Now that you guys have created this main piece right here, we're gonna work on creating this main supporter piece. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this main supporter piece right here, and you can take this template piece off because we're not gonna need it anymore. As you guys can see on this neck piece slash main supporter piece, it's very curved, so we're gonna have to curve it. So to curve correctly, you're gonna wanna bring the piece that you're using to the edge of the table, and then you're basically just gonna pull it down so you get a nice curved look. So I'm just gonna kinda pull it down. When I do that, it should have a curved look like that. So now that I've done that, as you can tell on the neck piece, I'm supposed to curve it together. And as you can see in the back, it's supposed to meet right there. So I'm just gonna put a little glue right here on the edge, right there. So in the end, it should kind of look like this. Now that you're done creating this, you're gonna attach this to the bottom right here. And as you can see, there's kind of like a little step right here. It like steps down. And so you're just gonna use that to attach it so that it attaches perfectly like that. And it doesn't really matter where you place it on this main piece, but just anywhere is fine. So you're just gonna put a bunch of glue on this piece, and then you're just gonna attach it. And so in the end, it should look like that. The next piece that we're gonna be building is this base piece right here. And it's gonna be this piece right here. So as you can tell, this piece is very rounded. It's almost like a cylinder. So again, you can take this template piece off. We're not gonna need it. You're gonna bring it to the edge of the table. And again, you're gonna pull it down. So that you get that nice curved look. So now that you've done that, you can just attach it, glue on one of the ends. And then put it together. Make sure to hold this for like 15 to 30 seconds, because if you let go of it too early, then it's just gonna come apart. So it should look like that once you've glued that together. And then as you can tell, we attach this piece that we just created onto the bottom of this main supporter and neck piece. So when you attach it, the line where we glued, you don't want that to be shown. So we're gonna actually glue on top of this line and attach it so that it gets hidden. This should perfectly match up so that the end of this kind of cylinder piece that we made should meet to the end of the main supporter and neck piece that we created. So I'm just gonna put some glue on this neck piece. And then I'm just gonna attach it. So in the end, it should kind of look like this. The next thing that we're gonna add onto this is the light. So as you can see, the light is this piece right here. So we're gonna have to curve the light the same way that we curve this neck piece right here, which is going to the edge of the table and pulling it down. Once you've done that, the light piece should look like this. Kind of should have that curved look. And then since it is a cylinder shape, we're gonna glue on the edge and then push it together. Now that you've put that together, it should look like this. And as you can see, this piece actually goes inside of the base, right there. And so we're just gonna stick it inside here. And you don't need to put glue because it should fit really well. So in the end, it should end up looking like this. Now that you guys have attached the light piece on, we're gonna put this little circle right there inside of it. So that's gonna be circle number 7, which is this one right here. So you're just gonna put some glue inside of the little light piece that you added. You don't need to put that much, you just need enough so that it'll hold this piece. You only want it very slightly inside of the light piece, so not even a centimeter. It's probably like a quarter of the centimeter inside of the light piece. So in the end, it should look like this. So the next piece that we're gonna add to this is the thruster base right here. And so you can take this off because we're not gonna need it anymore. So this thruster base is this piece right here. So as you can see, this piece is very curved. And so we're gonna need to curve this piece the same way I've been teaching you guys to curve it. So we're gonna bring it to the edge of the table. And then you're just gonna pull it down. So in the end, it has a nice curved look like that. So once you curve it, we're gonna glue these two sides together. And so as you can see, there's a straight part right here, and there's also a slanted part right there. So we're just gonna glue the straight parts together for now. Now that you've glued that together, it should kind of look like this. The next part that we're gonna glue is now we're gonna glue the slanted parts together. So now that you're done, it should kind of look like this. And then as you can see, the piece that we just created, which is this piece, actually goes inside of this base piece right here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stick this piece inside of this piece. And so again, like I said before, you don't really need any glue because it should match up pretty well. And so you're just gonna kind of fit it in there. And in the end, it should kind of look like that. The next piece that we're gonna create is this lip piece right here. This piece is very simple. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're just going to wanna curve this piece. Since it's such a small piece, you can actually curve it with your fingers if you want. It doesn't really matter if you want to use fingers or edge of the table though. Now that you've curved it, you're just gonna put some glue inside of this end right there. And then you're just gonna stick this piece inside. In the end, it should end up looking like this. The next piece that we're gonna work on is this connector piece right here. So we're gonna grab the connector pieces and then we're actually gonna double them up. So I'm gonna glue one on top of the other. You're gonna do the same thing with the other one. Now that you're done with that, both of the pieces should look like this. So now we're gonna glue this onto our base piece and it's gonna go more towards the back, which is right here. So when you look at this, there's a shorter side, which is this, and then there's a longer side, which is that side right there. As you can see on here, we're gonna actually glue the shorter side onto the base piece. So I'm gonna put some glue on the shorter side, and then I'm just gonna attach it to the base piece. Then I'm gonna reference this just to make sure it looks good. Should look like that once you're done, and you're gonna do the same thing with the other one. The next piece that we're gonna work on is this thruster piece right here. So I'm gonna take one of the thruster pieces, and as you can tell, it's very curved, so we're gonna use the same method we have before on curving it. So now that you've curved it, it should have that curved look like that. And then we're just gonna glue it together like that. When you're gluing this, make sure to do it in segments, because if you try to glue the whole thing at once, it's just gonna come apart. So for example, I'm only gluing about 1/3 of the way. Once you're done with that, we're gonna actually attach it to this connector piece right here. And as you can see, you're gonna glue it more so the back of this thruster piece is more back here, but there's still gonna be a little section of the front that's sticking out. And I'm gonna glue on this little line of glue because we don't want that to be shown. So I'm gonna glue onto one of the thruster pieces. And then I'm gonna attach it like that. Once you've glued that, you're gonna grab one of the circle pieces. It doesn't really matter because they're both the same size. And then you're just gonna glue it onto this part right there. Now that you're done with that, it should look like this, and you're gonna do the same thing for the other one. Great job, everyone. You finished creating your Starship Enterprise. We really encourage you guys to go post this on your Instagram, tag Cardboard Superheroes and Comic-Con Museum. Make sure to stay tuned for more videos every week because we're going to be posting a new one.